Hello, I am Michael Santos with michaelsantos.com and prisonprofessor.com. Every day I try to provide new content through my podcast on earning freedom, where I will help people who have been charged with a crime that could expose them to troubles with the criminal justice system. So if that's you, you need to be thinking a little bit from the very earliest stages about the possibilities of alternative sentences. What's an alternative sentence? It is a sentence that diverts you from prison or keeps you in prison for the least amount of time. Now, I know that this is all going to be dependent on the type of crime for which an individual has been convicted, but I'd like to share with you some of the strategies that I observed during the 26 years that I was incarcerated. I worked with a number of individuals who were able to negotiate their way into an alternative sentence. How did they do it? Well, there's a lot of planning that goes into the process of preparing for an alternative sentence. And of course, it's not guaranteed because only the judge has the discretion on where he's going to sentence an individual. But here are some options that you might want to consider discussing with your attorney, or if you work with a prison consultant, begin preparing your way for an alternative sentence, something that would minimize your exposure to time in prison. Well, the best way, of course, would be some type of a program such as probation. If you're on probation, you're serving your sentence in the community. That means you're going to work. That means you're sleeping at home. That means there's the minimal amount of disruption to your life. Obviously, for some people, another type of alternative sentence would be a financial sanction. But if we're talking about custody, you really want to try and serve your sentence on probation if it's at all possible. If it's not possible, another alternative could be a split sentence. Now, a split sentence is where the judge will require an individual to serve a portion of the time in prison and a portion of the time perhaps in a halfway house or on home confinement or on supervised release. And just about everybody who goes through the prison system has some period of time on supervised release. But an effective alternative sentencing strategy might be, let's say that you're exposed by the guidelines to a sentence of 18 months in prison. See if you can negotiate. If the judge won't allow you to do it all on probation, negotiate away. So maybe that you'll do 6 months in custody, 6 months in a halfway house, and 6 months in home confinement. I mean, that's still the full 18 months is being calculated into the sentencing approach, but you've got to position yourself so that on the sentencing day, you are in the best possible position to advance that possibility. So alternative sentencing strategies is something that I work with when individuals retain me to work with them in preparation for sentencing. It's a long shot, but if you don't try it, it doesn't get done. So educate yourself on the possibilities of alternative sentencing and see what you can do to avoid the indignity of time in prison. I'm Michael Santos with michaelsantos.com, prisonprofessor.com, an abundance of free information for you on those websites or through the podcasts that I deliver every day. Thank you.